Taegu, Yook Jang, first half. Hey! All right, guys, so there's the first half of the form. I'm going to go through a little bit slower now so that you guys can see each movement and talk about each movement as we go through it. From our chumbi stance, we're always going to bow, come back to our chumbi, okay? We're going to look to our left. That's our first direction, just like all the other Taegu forms. We look to our left, we're going to chamber for a down block, step into a walking stance with a down block. We're going to do a front kick with our right leg, kick. We're going to step back as we clear and to a back stance with a palm out outside block, closed hand. Now we're going to turn all the way around to the exact same thing. So this foot's just going to slide back and across. We pivot, chamber, down block, kick, back stance, palm out outside block. From here, we're going to do an inverted cup and saucer on our right hip. So we're going to take this right hand that's up here doing our block right now. It's going to go palm up and to the hip. Our left hand is actually going to come across here and go palm down underneath. So this is an inverted cup and saucer. So we're here. Now from here, we're going to step out into a forward stance with our left leg. So from here, we've just done our outside block. We're going to go inverted cup and saucer, step in and out with a high knife hand. This is actually going to be a grabbing motion. We're going to keep our hand open here. We're going to be using our rear leg for a big roundhouse kick with a key up. So we're going to roundhouse kick. Aya. Notice the pivot on this leg, because now we're going to set it down, boom, in a back stance facing 90 degrees with our outside block. So this hand's going to go back to the hip. This hand is our outside block. Now we're going to shift into a walking stance. This is a short back stance. We're going to shift into a walking stance by pivoting this foot with a punch. Boom. Now we're going to front kick, boom, and punch. All right, now we're going to do the exact same thing the other direction. We turn 180 degrees by moving this foot. From here, we're going to chamber for our outside block by left hand going high, right hand is low, pivot, boom. There's our outside block in our back stance. Now we're going to do our punch in our walking stance, kick, and punch. Now from here, we get this cool little breathing exercise. So we're going to go here, feet come to our chumbi position. We're going to go up, our hands close, rotate palms in, take a nice deep breath in, exhale, and lock everything in. This is the first chance that you're going to get to practice something called iron shirt training. That's what they call it in Kung Fu. It sounds really cool. Essentially, all we're doing is learning how to tighten our core and take a hit. So as you're bringing this in, you want to breathe out and lock all of your muscles in. We don't want to hunch down, but we want to practice locking all the muscles from our shoulder to our pectoral muscles to our abdominal muscles down, so that in that first half of the form, when you reach this point, your instructor can come up to you, pop you in the belly a little bit, and you should be fine there. It shouldn't hurt at all, okay? It should just be a little bit of an impact. You're gonna be nice and balanced there. Knees are slightly bent, toes are turned forward, here, okay? That's the first half of Taegu Yook Jang. Be careful with your back stances. Make sure your toes don't get turned back. They wanna be nice and angled on 90 degrees. Make sure your heels don't end up lined up with each other. You want to be stable for all of these stances. The back stances in this form are a little bit shorter than some of the ones we do in other forms, so pay attention to that. All right, guys, there's Taegu Yook Jang. Hopefully that was helpful, and we'll see you guys in the next video.